So, I started recording with no real plan. I was just trying to collect some Sakura Bloom without looking at a guide, because trying to find Boo Boo Pharmacy was so much fun. To try and level up Ayaka. Then I got distracted. I accidentally wandered into Yai Miko's story quest thing. Said, you know what? All I was really gonna do was try and level up Ayaka and then do the Ascension quest. So this is so much more fun. Let's do this instead. And I started recording, and then I had an alarm for my meds. So I had to stop, do that, switched everything off just because I'd be gone for a bit. Decided to check and see how well this new method of recording was turning out, because I'm stupid and didn't think to test it beforehand, and the audio did not record. So here we are, and I can't, it's not like I can start it again. So I'm still going on with the quest because I will not be defeated, but all we've missed so far is that there's a wish summoning thing. Not a wish summoning thing, that is the game. There's a wish thing. And people can wish for things. And oh my god, this is like trying to explain Hakuoki to my mum. Stuff happened, and there's this urban legend about wishing, and we are going to go to Yai Miko to see if she knows anything. I cannot believe I made such an error. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so where we are right now is that, nobody's watching my videos to experience this for the first time, let's be honest. Go to the Grand Nadokami Shrine to look for Yai Miko. So annoyed with myself. Oh yeah, and I explained originally that if you hear any weird noises, I'm drinking a can of pop. I can't do alcohol anymore, it's very upsetting.
Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled. What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
Yai Miko!
Miko! Great, you're here!
And we're capturing it this time.
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it.
Of course you do. We'd like your expert input on something.
Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
I was just gonna say, she really doesn't treat even the most major of things as a major thing. What's up with him?
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious,
So
let's have him
mean.
relate the story one more time, just for you.
Let me guess, he made a wish and now he's acting weird.
Relationship with Guji-ai? Please, put in a good word for me. You have to convince her to help my brother.
And that's why she's not helping,
Here's what
because she's
happened.
disappointed in
My
him.
name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo.
This is
All
lagging.
he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster. So he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned him away. took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange.
She's so
It's like he's become a completely different person. The doctors
She
can't find
made a
anything wrong with him,
wish.
so I'm betting it must be the
Make a
work of an evil
wish, make a
spirit.
wish.
That's why I'm here, begging for Guji Yai's help.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you, he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady
And this is the
Guji.
point
That's
where
a
she
long
figures
time
out
for him to be
exactly
acting
what's
up like
going
this.
on
I'm
and
really
doesn't
worried
tell
about
us.
him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Well, they're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really desperate. His thing with his brother sounds really bad. Come on, you should help him.
Everybody in this situation knows more than they're letting on. He looks very pitiful. I'm feeling mean
Okay,
today.
fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of
I
mine.
love her.
And in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort of thing are all in a day's work for them.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Paimon.
Is that hesitation
Paimon
that I
the
detect in your
Exorcist.
voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
Not at all. Never.
He says while
whatever
nodding.
Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you, too, for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
Okay, we're going on an adventure.
Now hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
But we know one that we can go and... Oh, that's not going to happen, but we know one. Oh, if only I'd have leveled up my Chongyun so I would have used him for this quest. Although I'm sure we're not actually going to be exercising anything. This is going to be like a... what was his name? The Swordmaster person in Shenhe's thing where he kind of lost it a bit and then faced the person that he beat or beat him, or I don't remember. But that story is totally exactly like that storyline that I can't remember. Yeah, this is way beyond our level.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place.
This is not a light novel, though. Pretty sure there's more to an exorcism than bravado. I'm sure the plan in this case, though, is to, like she says, you're trying to pretend you're doing an exorcism Like, who tell? Not that she does exorcisms, although, I mean, I guess. You know, the whole thing of, kind of making someone think that you're getting rid of the problem. Like the like the placebo effect. So we're absolutely just going to go over to that place, like the brother or whatever, and pretend to do an exorcism, which totally isn't insulting at all to Chongyun, and then he'll think that we've done the exorcism, and then things might start to get better because he has the confidence. I understand your mind games, Yai Miko.
Well, you were
Yeah.
the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work?
To be fair,
Besides,
we do
both
do all
know
the
you wouldn't
work.
be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
Do we have a request for her?
This feels all wrong. But you technically have a point, so...
Alright, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Are we going to get to fight as Yai Miko? Have we done that already? I don't remember.
Let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother. What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
Yeah, the wish stuff, which I'm sure is, I mean, it's obviously related to this case as well, isn't it? Search for the brother. So many people live in Konda village. To say it's just a tiny little village. Might not live here though, it might just be hiding, you don't know. I feel like I should be playing as an Inazuman character actually.
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
He knows. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to forget to put auto on, like, every single time.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother, and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
I thought maybe my dad might come and say night to me, but apparently not. I'm so paranoid of flies landed into my drink. Night. Oh right, we're done. Oh my god, yes, I forgot about this. Okay, well that can be another video. Ask the villagers about Yohei and his brother. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're not talking to you then. Never mind, ignore me. Hello.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Ooh,
Huh? Debt
the
collectors?
plot thickens.
No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his
There's
training.
usually like an...
In the end, Domon
Sorry,
had
hang on.
enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Usually when people are kind of, as he says, bumming about and stuff, like usually there is... I mean, for the most part, people really don't misbehave just for the sake of misbehaving, right? And in this case, it's not even that, it's just that they lack dedication, right? But, I mean, there's usually an underlying problem to it. It's like, and I'm talking about, I know these are adult people, I'm talking about younger people, but, like, kids and university students. But if people, like, in a class, for example, aren't doing the work, there's usually a reason why. I mean, disciplining them is not helpful, because that's just, I suppose that's just, it's not really addressing, you really need to address the cause, you know, in this, it's like breaking a bone so badly that it needs surgery, but you still insist on just putting a plaster cast on it, when, like, that it keeps it steady, but it's really not connecting the bones together, you know what I mean? Like, whether it's, I mean, depression makes it really difficult to focus on things, and executive dysfunction makes it so hard to kind of start. I know this is not what they're getting at, but if I talk about this, I'm going to feel like I'm doing my university work. But it makes it, you can be sitting there thinking, I need to do this work, I actively want to do this work, I have to, but then you just don't do it, but it's not that you're choosing not to do it, it's just you just can't force yourself to take that step. Like, every action has a transition, and very often there's an underlying cause that is making those transition periods really difficult. And I don't know, I really can't stand it when people get into trouble for not being able to keep their attention on something, when usually there is an underlying reason because of it. It's happening because of an underlying reason that really should be addressed more often. Or maybe, I don't know, I've completely lost my train of thought, but there's lots of reasons as to why people not be doing things, why people might not be doing things is what I'm trying to say. I have lost the point of what we're talking about.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day. Some training regimen, that is.
Feeling really sympathetic
Yohei
towards
did
these
tell me
people.
about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
Another reason that people might not do the work it could easily be because they can do the work. And so it's like with me, for example, I'm not saying again that this is what's going on, although it could be if he was like really not paying attention and stuff and messing about, and then he does a fight and is really good at it. I mean, let's be honest, narratively, I'm sure it's because he made that wish and now he's acting strange. But for example, I was one of those really cursed gifted childs, which I really wish wasn't a thing. I really hope is no longer a thing. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been at school, but like, so I'll be given like a sheet of maths to do, and I'll finish it really quickly, and there'll still be like an hour of class left and I have nothing to do, so they give me more of exactly the same maths, and I do it very quickly, and then I'm given more of exactly the same. It's like being given a sheet with 3 plus 2 on it, and then given another sheet with, I forgot what I said, the reverse. It's like, it's more of the same. You don't want to keep doing it if you're just cruising along and you're actually not getting any better. And also, it could be that you're not, the reward that you get for doing the work does not equate having done the work. Like, for example, I can't remember the full details obviously, but it's like my mum at college, for example, you have to do so much work to get a C grade, then so much work to do a B grade, and then so much work to do an A grade. But the course she was doing, you could only get as high as a B grade, even if you did enough work to do an A grade. And she kept getting into trouble for not doing the work, because like she was very clever, she could do the work. But she's like, why am I going to put in more effort if I don't get graded for it? That's why I prefer to underwrite than overwrite, because there's a cut-off point. If you do more than the leeway of the word count, then they just don't mark the rest of the words. And I'm like, well, you know, if that, and I understand, and I'm not saying that that shouldn't be the case, but that's why I tend to underwrite, because I begrudge writing words that aren't going to get marked just so I can hit. Because like, sorry, I'm rambling now. This has nothing to do with the game. I'm going to forget where I am in a minute. But word counts are so hard, especially when you don't have many. Like usually the most we get is 2,000, but the final is 3,000, and I am more confident about that because I feel like the longer the word count, the easier it is for me personally, because it's like you'll get to say 1,800 words and you have to write at least another 100 words to get to the leeway of 2,000. And you've waffled on as much as you can, and you've removed as many apostrophes as you can, and you still need to find these at least 100 words to reach, to not get penalised for not reaching the word count. But like, that's not enough words to write anything more, you know? So I can't remember why I started this rant, but it's because I'm at the end of the academic year and I'm so stressed. What am I doing? I'm asking villagers for more information. I've rambled at them for long enough now. What even started that rant? I don't even remember anymore. What day is it? Where's the village around here? It's so easy to make me complain about things. I mean, is that not why I started this YouTube in the first place? To just complain about my absolute favourite show? Not in like a toxic way, I hope. I'm not like, oh, this show is shit. It's, you know, I love these characters, I love the world, I just really don't like the main character. Stop saying things. I am so confused. No, we're not talking to the fox. Oh. I am so good at this game. Hello, Kenji. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit now. Listen to Kenji.
We want to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Oh, you've
I would
come to the
totally
right person.
stream if I had a
Actually
better
went to watch
setup.
it.
And by that I mean if I wasn't on my phone.
I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
Aww.
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Oh,
Oh.
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" And then ran off.
He made a wish.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found you.
That's us,
I found
esteemed
my brother.
exorcist.
He's at the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for too. Come on, let's go.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
Okay, where are we going? Oh, there's a challenge up. Do not get distracted by the challenge. Also, I want to do the challenge before I forget it's there. Let me mark it on the map. You had better give me some kind of handguard thing. Yeah, thank you. Do not forget what you're doing. Do not forget what you're doing. Do not forget what you're doing. You're just fighting these things while they're here.
To the ferry.
Give me a handguard. Thank you. Do not forget what you're doing. Give me a handguard. Thank you. Oh, purple one. Thank you very much. Do not let me forget to carry on with the actual quest, please. To defeat the Huns. Ha! Excuse me? Did you... What a waste of my time. My precious time. Oh, I want to do this challenge. What is it? Don't let me forget. Oh, and there's a thing over there. Okay. No, let me go. Let me go over there. Get that. Come back. Do the challenge. And then do the exorcism. That's the plan. We've planned it. Do not try to look for the thing. You won't find it. Sure, the challenge is going to have something to do with the electrogram, right? What am I doing? Yep. Oh my god, don't rush. By all means, take your time. 4, 5, 6. I see them. 7, 6, still 7. Ah! Why are you climbing when you had the thing? 8. Okay, where are you? Where's the chest? Where are you? You're over there. Do not forget to do the story quest.
All yours, should you have any use for them.
Thank you. Do not try and find the thing. Do not try and find the thing. You are just here to exercise the guy. Oh, it's right there. Never mind.
Look over there. That's
Nope.
him at the waterfall.
Thank you.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. He's meditating while
Oh, there are
sitting
dead
in a
people around him.
waterfall. That's pretty wild.
What did you do?
Hey, listen. He's talking to himself.
Maybe he's not talking to himself though. We've seen ghosts and stuff, Paimon. I don't see why that's like so. You know.
How's that? Can you feel it?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Feel
Can you feel
the
it?
feeling
Of manliness.
of manliness. Found your own soul.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's so funny.
So shallow. How can a manly man aspire to something
Manly man of manliness.
so lame? Please, spare me. Spare me. I
Can't feel his
feel the
manliness.
manliness.
I'm sorry.
I can't even feel the cold anymore. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die. Yohei, save me, save me.
Okay.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help.
Huh? Who goes there?
He stood up. And now he's coming this way.
No, don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something.
Fight him, Paimon. No, I mean,
Poor
I'm not telling
thing.
Paimon to fight him. We'll fight
Your
him.
brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something. Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way. Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation.
It's so nice of him to just wait for us to have this
your
conversation.
brother
though.
is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
She's so clever.
But
As you wish.
See,
It's fine by me if you
I
don't
knew
want
she
to
knew
know
what
the
was
truth.
going on.
But
and wasn't
after
gonna tell
Shingo
us.
dies, you'll be
Her
next.
esteemed exorcist.
It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back.
Resistance is
After
futile.
all. You did summon it together.
I sound like a Dalek when I say that. That didn't work.
all right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used
Knew
a wishing
it.
incantation.
I knew
We
it.
made a wish.
I said so. Totally wasn't the whole point of the quest. Made a wish?
Yes, that's it.
Made a
The
wish,
one that's all the
made a
rage right
wish.
now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted.
At midnight.
Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside
What
it
is this
barefoot
book?
at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole personality changed too.
Then why... I feel like, why didn't he seek help right away? And why did he wait till now to get him some help? Are the same question, aren't they?
Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
I still feel bad for them.
Because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something. And then no one would want to sign up as his disciple.
You did kind of
So
get
I
involved
was
in the occult
thinking
arts,
that
though.
maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed
Oh
him.
my god, so there is a real spirit.
You're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
We
All
had
right,
it
then.
coming.
Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt and then draw your sword.
Is it a real spirit?
What is that?
Something scary we're gonna have to find.
It's the spirit!
I don't know why you're scared, Paimon. You can just float away.
That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
So it's we don't need to. Well, should we be doing a real exorcism then?
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
Pick him up. Put him in the recovery position.
But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Yeah, but Paimon's not fighting. She'll be fine.
Ah, a fellow swordmaster.
Hello.
Come on, fight me.
He's coming! Be careful!
Really? Wow, Paimon! I never would have thought to do that. Oh wow, you're not taking as much damage as I thought you would. Actually, no, it's not too bad. To be honest, I mean, how do artifacts even work, you know? Hey, that's not bad! That was not embarrassing! Oh my god, I am proud of myself.
That was great. Excellent. Woo. What a rush.
You would get on with
I haven't
Ito.
felt this great in a long, long time.
Oh, they're Hilichills! You beat up some Hilichills, don't do that!
Cured! But he looked pretty content at the end there. Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
I totally have a rough idea.
Ah, we can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
Who? Oh. I thought you meant the Hilichills for a second there. I'm the only one interested in the Hilichills here.
Yo, hey, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yo,
Aww.
hey, I had the weirdest dream.
I like
dreamed that I
family.
wasn't a useless loser with the sword anymore. I even beat one of Dolmon's disciples.
You're not a
Thought
useless
we could finally
loser.
open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly. I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady
So
Gucci.
interesting.
And thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience
Problem with
a high
Yai
fever,
is that I
but it
never
won't be
know if
fatal.
what she's saying is actually
Remember,
true.
This is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
I mean, I witnessed the spirit with my own eyes, and we fought, and I talked about it, and you saw me, yet I'm partially convinced it wasn't a real spirit. Like, the twist in itself. Okay, so, yeah, we learned about the wishing thing, and then we were like, oh, it's totally been possessed by an evil spirit, and then she's like, well, there aren't actually that many evil spirits, but we'll pretend that there are. We'll do a fake exorcism, so he'll feel more confident, just grab some salt. He'll think that that's what you do. But then we actually got here, and we actually did that, and then a spirit actually came out. So, this cannot be the end of, there has to be another twist. Because it's her, and I don't trust her in the most loving way possible.
Thank you, Lady Gucci. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
Good luck with your,
Miko,
debts and
would
stuff.
they really have lost their lives if we hadn't gotten involved? And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
A master of the sword, lots of strength and passion, but doesn't like tofu. Where does that come from? I'll say that.
I got it. It wasn't a...
Oh!
Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any evil
Oh my
intentions.
god! He's so...
As a matter of fact, it
He's so
actually
vodka
seemed like
on
it was
with
trying
Ito.
to train Shingo to become bolder.
Oh, it was an Oni!
Fair enough. But it seemed like it had the opposite effect.
That's exciting.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then you
Right, I get
exhausted
it.
its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even
This
if
is the
he'd done
explanation
nothing
I was
at all,
waiting for.
Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
That was fun.
Alright, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
I feel like we should really be investigating this book,
Hold
though.
on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure?
Also, I
about
haven't been
that?
playing your story for long enough.
You mean you disagree?
We need to... Because then other people are going to go around summoning Onis. And Arataki Ito won't be happy about that because he's the one and only. Yeah, the book.
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book? Yes, I know the one.
Of course you do.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff. And loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
It's still stressful, though.
And why? Don't you think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler?
I want to look into it. It does worry me a bit if Miko says it's fine. We probably don't need to wait. I'm more curious about Miko's reaction. Yeah, what are you hiding, Miko?
The events in the Light Novel Market should be at the center of her attention, surely. But she doesn't seem to care about this book at all.
Eject her.
Lady Yai, I finally found you.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
You came all
Let
the
me
way
see.
to do that.
What? We're losing market share?
Yes, overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories.
So this you're going to care about.
One book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now.
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
Now she doesn't like the book.
Things just got serious. A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yai Publishing House by every analysis.
I love her.
Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know what is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Huh? How is this our problem all of a sudden?
It's fine, Paimon, because our interests
Paimon,
are aligned now.
Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
She always knows what to say. I love her.
What just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but this feels all wrong.
I love this
Nothing's
game.
wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Okay. Are we close to finishing now? On the one hand, I feel like this has gone on for long enough. On the other hand, I don't want to end it and then only have a few minutes left. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to end it here and then carry on. I mean, if nothing else, then I could do more stuff. Alright, so Sibby.